Friday, October 25th, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, makes history yet again when two heavy-handed titans collide. It's Chris Camozzi versus Sawyer DP in an all-out war for the vacant Cruiserweight Championship of the world. In the co-main event, Brandon Gertz knuckles up with Cameron Jumpman Van Camp, plus 10 other vicious bare knuckle fights. No gloves, pure adrenaline. Watch history unfold live. Download the BKFC app now at bkfc.com.
That's how I feel, man. Oh, jeez. We're back from Spain. I have no voice. Brandon, wake up, bro. We literally got off a plane not too long ago. We don't even know where we are, but we want to come and do the show. Look, my hat's all screwed up. Oh, it's not. Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how it goes. But a lot of stuff in store today. I want to do the exclusive footage and pics from BKFC on the Zone, the first one. I mean, there's a lot of that. Chris Lytle's going to be on with us today to do a lot of look back on the huge show. We love talking to him. We'll have Taylor Starling stopping by as well as far as the Olympia Expo we're at this week, and we'll talk to her about how that went. And then an official upcoming main event announcement and also an official event announcement. So two big announcements on the show today. We're excited about it. But first, before we get into it, I want to say hi to Scott, Anthony Yost, Paul Pickett Podcast, Quailman, Goat Combat Agency. Wow, Tony Soto, what a great main event. Goat, I'm shouting you out. That was awesome. And then Little Ben's here, Dylan H., and Calvin Cunningham, Richie's brother, I guess. I don't know. But we're all here. We're having a good time. There's a few of the ones that joined earlier. This hat's bothering me, sorry. A few of the ones that joined earlier. I'm all crooked, dude. This is what happens when you drink on the plane. Don't get any sleep, right, Brandon? You know nothing about that, right?
Nothing.
All right. Well, it was a great event in Spain. We're riding high from that still. We had to stay up and do some extra media stuff, but let's rock and roll, man. No Evan today. I don't know if he got lost in Spain or on the plane. I don't know if they kicked him off. I don't know where he's at, but he's not here today. Maybe he's catching sleep.
He got stopped in customs.
He probably did, man.
Cavity search.
Where's the little snap of a glove? He may enjoy it. We'll see what happens. We'll ask him next week, see how it goes. Do a little prostate exam when they're up there for him. Spain was great. It was a fun time. The fights were amazing. Brandon, I know we're worn out, but I'm excited to be here today and talk about a lot of stuff coming up and a lot of the Spain stuff. How are you feeling after the show? I'm exhausted.
I'm feeling great, actually.
But you're exhausted.
Exhausted, but
a good kind.
Still coming down from the high of what Marbella was.
Yeah, it was incredible. Definitely. And we're going to get into some of that. We got Taylor coming in a little bit, who she just texted me, actually, if she's watching. She said, phone sideways, right? Is that correct? I don't even know.
No, it needs to be straight up and down. She needs to be in a car.
Don't tell her
and
that.
She needs to be driving.
With horrible reception
yes.
and all your browsers
yes.
open. Seriously, it's sideways, right? Tell her, yeah?
Sure.
Okay.
We work with what we get.
We'll make it work for you, Taylor.
Don't worry about it.
But let's get into the mail because we got Taylor coming on in a couple minutes. Let's get to the mail because we got Taylor coming on in a couple minutes. Oh, no. Here we go.
Mail call.
Thank you, Brandon. Mail call. It is time for that. thebareknuckleshow@gmail.com. You can send us anything you'd like. The first one, he didn't sign his name. I thought he had a name. I don't know. I guess he does. Hi, Brian. What do you think about the possibility that we get Mike Perry versus Dave Mundell in the near future? Well, he must have been watching BKFC Spain, heard the call out. I don't know what's going on with that. I did see Conor McGregor was talking to the Schmo, and Conor was saying that's a fight. He was saying something like Perry's scared of Mundell, and he's been running from him, and Conor's got all these great bouts thought about. So, I mean, Mundell's been calling for it nonstop. We'll see if it happens. I don't have a good answer for you. I would check it out. What's if he does beat Perry, though, Mundell? I mean, that's all he's talking about, which I get, but what comes next for Mundell after that? That's the question.
The next contender, I mean, or maybe he changes his weight class, or
it's going to be interesting to see.
Or just we'll have some more middleweight fights, in between then, so there will be another contender to come up and. I guess look what the rankings say, or he might want to change.
Well, he said he only wants the biggest fights, so that's a pretty big fight. We'll see if that happens. We'll keep you updated, of course, on the show as soon as we hear more. I'll have my ear to the wall, these suits in the office, and I'll let you know. Look at this. Here he is. Evan's going to be upset he's missing this. Randy the Pervert wrote in. He's been writing I don't think he's missed a week in a while. He was excited about Spain, it says. I love the great fights, but I also enjoyed the social media updates, too. We worked very hard with... Oh, he's talking about the females. Of course. I thought you meant our social media updates. He's like, I pulled some of my favorite social media from the event. Now he's the producer. All right, Randy the Pervert. First one he said is, Jad Massam Wong was in attendance. A lot of people were there, a lot of different fighters. Oh, no. Are we okay?
Something just went out.
Great. Well, anyway, I can tell you, while we're trying to figure out what's going on back there, I can tell you there's a lot of people there. Jad was there. I saw everybody. I saw Connor Tierney there. Mick Terrell was there. Britton Hart was there. The list goes on. The amount of fighters that are there to come out and support BKFC.
I lost an HDMI thing.
I don't know what that even means. Yeah. Thank you for announcing it to the world.
That's what happens when,
when we fly it and don't know where we're at. And then it says, let's see.
This should be interesting. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm about to unplug something, and we're going to see.
Well, we got Taylor to save us in a couple minutes if something goes wrong. It's so disjointed. I like my flamenco dancing. I thought that was a flamenco
I'm about
dancer.
to unplug something, and it's probably going to go haywire.
Dude, is it going to shut us down?
No.
All right, then we'll figure it. Just stay. There we go. Well, there goes my... I was trying to... Well, there goes that. All right, so...
Oh, hey, there it is. That's what we were going to show you.
Yeah, that's it right there. That must be it. Well, I will tell you this. As we're waiting for him to fix this.
This is the chaos that...
it's all right.
That is today.
No one needs to know. I'm going to save you right now. I thought when they told me they were going to put me on as a flamenco dancer today, I thought it was always my whole life. I'm so stupid.
We good,
I
dog.
thought it was...
We back.
Let me finish my thought.
I'm just saying.
Talking my producer mic.
I fixed it.
What are you, drunk?
Oh, yeah. Here's the producer. If anyone doesn't know, there's another mic. I talk to Soscia. I whisper sweet nothings to him.
Don't say that again. All right. Anyway, we're back at it again. So Randy the Pervert sent in this. He got a bunch of them.
Hey, let's read here. Randy.
Thank you. We're resetting. Randy the Pervert says he was excited about Spain. Great fights, but I enjoyed the social media too, which if you were watching, I thought he meant our updates. He meant these updates by the people. Wow. Is that supposed to be like that where we're like, what's next kind of thing? Like, okay, Randy, thank you. There's Jad. Jad looks beautiful as always. Thank you for sending that in. My gosh, another inch or so. We've got some problems. We kicked off here. He's got more. Oh, here's one of Jad, and we talked about her being there, but Jessica Borga was there as well. And Borga's going after Hannah Rankin. I mean, right, Borga's hungry. Borga's hungry. She wants to eat. She's like Hannah Rankin. She was trying to get on the press conference. I know she talked to Mike and Mish about it. She's supposed to talk to us about it in the future, but she wants Hannah Rankin. She was calling her out. She's saying, you want to fight the best? I'm right here. Let's go. And she said something. I don't want to misquote her, but Hannah Rankin didn't show her much. She didn't think. So I'm excited to see what Borga does. Sorry, Randy, I didn't mean to take the perverse away, but I'm talking about the actual fights too. He also sent in, it says, Connor's girl. This must be the one with Connor and Britain. Now, this is interesting. I'm glad he sent this in. You probably saw the viral video of Connor dancing around the ring at the after party, and you probably saw his wife there, and people were saying, oh, he's wilding out on his wife. Or not his wife, sorry, his girlfriend, I think. And this proves there's no heat there. There they are together. Thank you for sending that in, Randy. That was perfect. And what's the last one? He just wrote all of them. What does that mean? Can we look at that one?
Yes.
All of them. All of the women. Okay. There you see, is that Nicole Schaefer there?
Nicole Schaefer, yep.
Wow. And then you see Britton Hart and you see Jad Massam Wong. I want to see Nicole Schaefer fight more. And I think that, wow, Randy, thanks for sending these pictures and getting to know all the female fighters. And the thing is, they're very talented athletes, and that's the wonderful thing. I'm going to talk to Taylor about that. People were questioning her, I heard, at Olympia about how are you a bare knuckle fighter? You're attractive. Like they didn't understand that, the people that don't know. And so we'll talk to her about that as well. Who else? Raul B. Moore sent that and says we wait for Taylor Starling in a couple minutes. We love the punching bag videos. He thought we'd enjoy this. It's an overweight guy hitting a bag. Let's watch. That's what it says.
Yeah.
Ooh, slow motion.
I didn't know. Well, let's watch his belly jiggle when he hits it. I can't laugh. He would kill me with that punch. But oh wow!
Hey, look, the zone.
Oh, yeah, no, I knew that when they said it. They said like a DAZN punching machine to promote that, promote stuff like that. But that guy, look at that. Let's watch that belly jiggle one more time. I'm kidding. I don't want to see it again unless you want to watch it. Oh, I called for it. Put the mouse right by it. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Look at it right there.
Analyze it. That guy ever meets me, he's going to beat the hell out of me, let's be honest. Well, thank you for sending that in, Raw Be More. At our event, this is all over the place, like I said. Sorry, I'm going way out of order. But at our event, like I said, there's a lot of fighters. There's a lot of celebrities. One of the people we saw there, and I didn't see him. I was running around. You did, I think, was Dan Hooker, right?
Yeah, he was cornering Oscar.
Yeah, and I didn't even see that fight because I was up in the fans, so I didn't see a lot of it. And I didn't realize he was there until he told me. But I think it was really cool that he was involved in the fight. Do we have any footage of him or no?
There's
on the Instagram?
Something that we just put out. Yeah, we can take a look at that.
We can, if you don't have it up right now, we can go. Okay, there you go. At Bare Knuckle FC, Mac Life was there.
BKFC, now that like Connor's a part of it, and it's just absolutely exploded. BKFC is the best entertainment value in combat sports you can possibly get. In pure entertainment, mate, it is an absolute, the product, sky's the limit, mate.
That's right, sky's the limit, and you're hearing that more and more now. Now that we have more eyeballs in this product, we all knew it, the hardest of the hardcore, but now we have more eyeballs. Everybody's starting to say the same thing, talking about it, and we're excited. We're excited to see what these people say. I mean, we had all these different people there. There's like rappers. It was a who's who. Everybody was there, and everybody said the same thing. They were like blown away by it, which we've been knowing for years. It's cool that we can get that out there to the people. Let's see what else we have. KMS Records, a regular contributor, sent this one in. Let's watch this video. Ouch, he says. Oh, man. They're laughing at him. Did one of his teeth fly out? I think one of his teeth flew out. Teeth, I can't speak. I'm tired. Watch. Or was that spit? You see that? I don't know, man.
That didn't...
That didn't hurt?
That didn't look very good.
Oh, I thought you said it didn't hurt. I was thinking, what?
Of course it hurt.
All right, so let's see. Thank you for sending it.
Maybe it hit him in the right spot that it didn't. I don't know.
I feel like I'm speeding through this because I have like so much coffee in me.
Well, good thing because we have the Killer Bee on deck.
All right, well, she's there waiting?
Yeah, I'm about to bring her in.
All right, we'll get to Dave's suit poll later. You can see how Dave was dressed and see what you thought about it. Was it kind? Was it unkind? We'll see in a couple minutes. But first, let's get to Taylor Starling. I'd love to talk to her. I had it all set up to smoothly go into Taylor, but, you know, it's smooth when Taylor's here. Look at her. She's happy to be here. It's the Killer Bee buzzing on in. It's Taylor Starling. How are you? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm a little bit hungover, a little tired from coming home from Vegas, but
that's how you should be.
All is well in Killer Bee's world.
That's right. It sounds well. When you come home from Vegas, it's almost a prerequisite. You have to be hungover. We're just exhausted because we don't know where we are from Spain. So BKFC was all over the globe this past weekend, and that shows you how we're expanding. We had that amazing event in Marbella. We're going to talk about that later, but you were holding it down for us, and I heard it went very well at the Olympia. Mr. Olympia, if you don't know, they do an expo every year. It's gigantic. Everybody's there. And this year, we had our crew there. Taylor Starling was there. Kai Stewart was there. I think Josh Watson was there. And it was a very interesting event from what I understand. I saw by the way, you had a special outfit made, it looked like for it. You look like I don't know if it was like a WWE diva or like a superhero. Where'd you get that?
I had 2 outfits made.
Oh, I saw one. You had another one too?
Yeah, I had another one. I had one that was like a skirt and like yellow onesie. It was awesome. I just wanted to go and like really walk around and people be like, who the hell is that? And why, what is BKFC? There it is.
I see it.
Yeah. So I had 2 outfits made and just really did it up for Olympia. I go all out. You guys know how I am.
Yeah, and I got all these reports on it because I was checking in to find out what was going on all weekend. And I heard I know Bucked Up was there, a major sponsor. I heard you were down there hitting pads with Bucked Up, and Kai was down there doing it too. How was that reception? Like, you're there with Bucked Up. They're probably excited to see you. But I mean, as far as the fans watching you hit pads and everything.
It was awesome. Bucked Up, first of all, their whole crew and their team are amazing. I came down there and I was like, I'm jumping behind this booth and I'm going to start bringing people to Bucked Up and then to the BKFC booth. So I was kind of working both and like really, I was just out in front of the Bucked Up booth, rallying people in, handing them the free month trials. You guys got to watch Bare Knuckle. I would hand them a picture of me. And most people don't even realize it's me. I'm like, this is me fighting. Here's 3 months free Bare Knuckle. You guys got to watch it. And then that was like, when people realized that it was me fighting and then me standing there dressed up, they couldn't believe it. So they thought it was awesome. I was like, you know, the women in Bare Knuckle are badass and we're all hot and you got to come in.
Yeah, right. Good way to sell it. Your head turners. And that's what I was talking about. I don't know if you heard the show because you're probably getting ready to come on, but we're talking about how there's this. I don't know if you know. I don't know how much you watch the show. I know you watch sometimes.
Oh, all the time.
Oh,
every
okay. So,
week.
are you familiar with Randy the pervert?
Yeah.
So, I said Randy sends all these pictures of these beautiful women all the time that he loves, like his favorites on the roster, but he never talks about the fighting too much. But I said it's kind of good because we do need to kind of show off that you guys are beautiful women, but you can also fight. It freaks people out almost. They're like, what? You're a bare knuckle fighter? You were getting a lot of that? They couldn't believe you were a bare knuckle fighter?
When we were at the Bucked Up booth, I had so many people I have to show them that I have matching tattoos in pictures almost because they don't even believe. They're like, there's no way that you look like this and you fight bare knuckle. And then I have to bring up pictures of fights. I'm like, no, this is really me. I was like, I move my head. I have good doctors. I take care of myself. And I always let people know bare knuckle isn't as bad as it sounds like it would be. And, we take care of ourselves, and I'm too vain. I'm too vain. I love what I do, but I'm also very vain. And yeah, I think that's the best thing about bare knuckle is we have so many bombshells, ring girls, bombshells,
There's bombshells everywhere in bare knuckle. It's insane.
So many talented women.
It's insane. Well, I know a lot of talented women, and we're excited to kind of bolster that roster as well. We're making it bigger and bigger and keeping the fights going. I always notice about you, you have a vibe, and you're probably one of the most fan-friendly on the roster. And I had heard that a little girl came up to you, and she loves you so much that she wrote a note to you that you've inspired her. That's wonderful. How did that make you feel? That had to feel good for a younger generation coming up and just saying that they look up to you.
I have to pinch myself when I'm in those situations. It's almost surreal, to think that I'm inspiring people. I went to Olympia, and I had told Nick multiple times, nobody's going to want to see me. They're not going to be excited to see me. So to have people show up and look for me and come to me and tell me the nicest things, the reason I fight and the reason I do this is to inspire other people, whether it's moms or girls or men, whoever needs to hear my story and, shake my hand to, feel inspired. It's awesome. I'm so thankful, and it was really cool. And I was out there kissing babies. I loved it. It was the best. She
could be running for office, kissing babies, hugging babies, high-fiving people, walking around the convention. Now, the other Josh Watson was there. He was meeting people. Kai Stewart, though, I want to talk about him real quick. Kai apparently has a big fight coming up, and Kai is one to kind of promote himself, and I respect that. Was Kai walking around? He's not going to get mad if you say this. Let's be honest. Was he walking around kind of running his mouth? Kai likes to run his mouth, but he can back it up. We've seen it. Was he kind of like, I'm the man walking around?
Let me tell you, I talked about his upcoming fight and not even just his upcoming fight. He was talking about everybody in different weight class that he is ready to step in with whoever, whenever, and he is ready to fight. I think that's all Kai talked about was he's ready to step in there. I kind of have an idea of who he might be potentially fighting.
I think most do at this point.
I'll zip my lips.
Keep it zipped.
But he definitely. But he was talking about everybody. He's like, I'm ready. He's watching Tony Soto and Franco Tenaglia. I might go up and I might have to fight these guys and show him who the real king is. He's ready. He's ready to fight.
Yeah, I heard you guys were watching BKFC on DAZN from Spain there live too, which is really cool. Big crowd watching that and getting into it and loving it. Ooh, yeah. And is there any chance that Kai might have heard me and said, I heard that he was going to punch me in the face even, which it'd be an honor to punch in the face by a champion.
I didn't hear him say that, but yeah, we were all
good.
It was funny. The biggest thing was, we were watching the fights and people were coming up to the booth, but when that main event was on, it was a crowd and people that don't even know bare knuckle were screaming and cheering, and they were really pumped for the main event. And I think I got a video of it. I didn't send it in today. I should have, but I had a video of all of us, like Nate Shook and the drivers and all of the people of Olympia. We were all sitting there just jumping up and on the edge of our seats, and we were hoping for a 6th round.
Dude,
if you want, send it after you're off. We'll play it later in the show.
I'll send it to you.
Cool. Oh, yeah, that'd be great. So that was this weekend. I mean, you guys crushing it at Olympia, you, Kai, Watson, and all of our staff, and then us crushing it in Marbella. It was really a level, I can't speak. I'm still in Spain, I think, my brain. It's a level up moment for us, and I thank you for being a part of that. I do know that there was other like UFC fighters walking around and stuff, and they were in and out of the booth. I think we have a picture of it later. I'll show you. I heard Paulo Costa was there and held the record on the BKFC punching machine. I love that. There he is.
Yeah, I didn't get to see him. I had walked away before he had come to the booth because I was all over the place. But we passed him, That guy is massive. He is so tall and just huge. Like, he is humongous. So when I saw his punch record, I was like, Makes sense. I can see that. He's massive.
So there's a ton of other people. We could be here all day talking about the people that were running over to the BKFC booth and kind of meeting with you and saying hello and giving you respect from what I understand, which is that you deserve it. But I talk about leveling up this weekend in Spain and at Olympia, and I feel like the talent leveled up too. Let's just talk about Olympia for a moment, because you're there and you're getting all this exposure, and so is BKFC. You're hitting the pads. People are looking at what you're doing, but then you're seeing other fighters. And I don't know if you always realize this because you're so into what you're doing. They know you. I heard a rumor. Tell me if this is true. I think there's a picture or something. I don't know, of TJ Dillashaw. What's he, a two-time former UFC champ? That guy was there. He came up to the booth and he started like talking all about bare knuckle. He knew who you were, and he was like, Taylor, I'm a big fan. I think that's so cool. Kind of let us know, like, what are the other people from the UFC and stuff like that that came and sang about bare knuckle? What did he say to you? Was there anything interesting?
It was awesome when he started talking to us. He was like, before he could introduce himself to other people and meet everyone, he was like, I know who you are.
That's cool.
And he was like, just from like the meme and everything, he was like, I know who you are. And I was like, oh, that's great. I was like, oh yeah, like, nice to meet you. Like, I always act like, I treat everybody normal. I don't go out of my way to make someone like bigger than they are. I just like treat everybody like a normal human. So I said, hey, and what's up? And he really, really loved bare knuckle. And he was so pumped to come over to the booth and talk to everybody. And I wish we could see him in there. I don't think that's going to happen just because of like injuries and things like that. But man, would he have been a monster in bare knuckle? It would have been awesome to have him.
Yeah. I just like the fact that we can see at events like this, because you do it too. We're running so hard trying to make this thing get bigger and bigger and bigger. And when you have these, I call them flashpoint moments at an expo where we're meeting people and we can go, let's talk to you. And they know, like, it's the difference a year can make. Or 2 years, because I've done these every year. It's the first year I wasn't at Olympia, to kind of be the belle of the ball. And the same thing in Spain. I felt like we were major superstars. You feel that within our microcosm that is bare knuckle. But as it grows, it's new experiences. Mainstream people stop you on the street, and you guys deserve that. That's got to feel good. And I appreciate.
Man, awesome! It was amazing.
Well, I appreciate you going out there and doing all that, meeting all the fans, getting the special gear. I always say you're one of the best people to stand up in front of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. And I hate to put you on the spot. Oh, actually, I want to give you something in the comments here. Somebody's commenting about the Olympia. They said that my homie Amber said that you were awesome in Vegas. I don't know. Maybe you met some woman named Amber. Here's somebody else. Oh, here's somebody saying this is just, you can congratulate these people. Tylen Bates of the Weekly Bus just got married this weekend to love his life. So shout out my wife, Cheyenne. You want to shout out Cheyenne for him? We'll probably like that.
Shout out to you, Cheyenne, whoever got married. I am so happy for you, and what a blessing. And love is the best feeling in the world. So I'm so happy for you. I'm
happy for you too. Weekly Bus. That's Tylen Bates. Cheyenne, congratulations. Congratulations on a very successful weekend with you. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about before we go? I had heard some rumors that you might be fighting again soon. I don't know if you can talk on that. If you can't, I understand, but I just want to kind of give you a floor.
Let me give you, I got a good, like, official shout out. Let me give you two things. I got a story from Vegas, so I got to tell you this. We all went out to Fremont Street, me, Kai, his woman, the drivers. We all went and just, like, had a night on the town.
Dakota.
This magician, like, they did a magic trick with Kai, so that was a funny little story. And the guy, like, bent a quarter in Kai's hand, and he was mind blown all weekend long.
Is that what you said? Because I'm like, where's the? I couldn't see what the trick was. That's why I didn't even show it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
He put a quarter in Kai's hand, and he bent it. So we've been like trying to debunk the magic, of course, like with me and Nick, like to sit. Like,
I was a former magician. We can talk about it off the air. I know a lot of magic.
You tell me how they've been quarters.
Not on the air. Come on, man. I'm not going to ruin magic. I'm not going to break kayfabe. You crazy?
All right, now as far as like fight news, I haven't heard anything, but I know Sarah Shell's been talking a lot of shit, and I'm just me. I don't have anything against Sarah Shell, and I don't care. All these girls, they got to do whatever they can to fight me to get views. I would love to fight Sarah Shell. I don't think that she's ready for this level. I think there's definitely levels to bare knuckles. Here's my wiener dog.
She's showing us her
there's
wiener.
Definitely levels.
I didn't know you had one. I really didn't. Oh, cool.
Ask me about my wiener.
I have so many jokes that are inappropriate right now that I want to make. My mind filter's working. I'll make them. Yeah, I can't make the jokes. Anyway, what's your wiener's name? I want to know your wiener's name. I'm being serious. What's your wiener's name?
Oh, Donut.
You have a wiener named. All right, let's get off this. A wiener named Donut. All right, go ahead. Now let's talk about Sarah.
So Sarah Shell's just been running her mouth. I know she's talking so much shit, and she's fought Crystal Van Wyck and Audra Cummings, and like I said, I think there's levels to it. Got a lot of respect for her, but I actually, this is very interesting. This is someone who's not in Bare Knuckle, but I heard would be interested in coming to Bare Knuckle. And I think if you ask me, I would love to be the one to welcome her, but it is Elle Brooke.
Oh, you know what? She was in Spain. I saw her there, ringside, hanging out.
Yeah, so Elle Brooke, I guess I've had so many people tell me that she keeps saying my name and she keeps talking about it, and no better way to do it than to come to Bare Knuckle. So if Elle Brooke would like to take the step up and come to BKFC, she's going to in for a rude awakening and a warm welcome from the Killer Bee if she ever wants to come.
I'd love to see that fight. And they're also saying in the chat, Gator Wrestler saying Shell and Taylor would be a war. They're very excited about that. But hey, I'd watch.
It'd be a war.
Well, that's what they're saying. You got to understand something. You don't think that's what you want the fans to say. You don't want them to think Taylor's going to run through her.
I know they want a war, but I don't think that's what they'd get. I think it'd be a quick shutout, and no disrespect to Sarah, but like I said, I think there's levels, and it's the fight I want. I asked for her on the Georgia card. Mm-hmm. Georgia's closer to me. I want to sell tickets there. I'd really like to fight in Georgia, but if that doesn't happen, then I'll go to Arizona and go beat Sarah Shell up in her own backyard.
As long as you get to beat someone up, you'll be a happy camper, right?
That's right.
Whether it's Brooke, whether it's Shell, somebody's going to get an ass whipping from the Killer Bee. They're about to get stung.
That's right.
Killer Bee, I'm goofy today. I apologize. All right. Look, Little Ben's calling Taylor versus Brooke in Philly. Let's go.
That sounds it. See, and Sarah Shell would be an awesome fight, but if Elle Brooke wants to come to Bare Knuckle, let's make it happen. I'm ready to sell some tickets and wear a skimpy outfit for weigh-ins and show her how we do it at Bare Knuckle.
Well, I say this with respect because I think a lot of you. We look forward to your next skimpy outfit at weigh-ins and your next fight. And I'm sure a lot of people do. Taylor, the Killer Bee Starling, always out in front of the company, supporting us and presenting us as professionals, and we appreciate that. Thank you for what you did this weekend at Olympia. We appreciate you stopping by.
Absolutely. I love you guys. I love Bare Knuckle. If I can go and preach the word anytime, I'm more than happy to go. And I can even wear a suit and tie and get a bicycle and go door to door and start saying, let me tell you about our Bare Knuckle.
It's like old school Avon calling, but it's Taylor Bare Knuckle calling. I know if Taylor showed up to my door, I wouldn't hide. I'd open it right up and say, hi, how are you? Anyway, Taylor, you're phenomenal. As a fighter, a person, and someone that represents the brand. Thank you for coming on. Now, buzz on out of here.
Absolutely. Bye, guys.
Buzz. There she goes. That was kind of rude to say buzz on out of here. I didn't mean to be rude. Was that rude? That was rude. I was just joking. Little Ben says, Elle Brooke, I'll bet Randy approves. All I think about is Randy now. All right, we had a couple minutes to get the Chris Lights Out Lido. Taylor telling us a lot. I was excited about Olympia. We'll get to some more Olympia pictures in a moment. Excuse me. But Taylor, we got a lot out of her there. I mean, I know she's going to call it Shell. I know she's going to call it Brooke. So there you go. We'll see if it happens. Nate Shook, are you watching? All right. Let's get back to where we're in the mailbag till Lido gets here. We were on Dave's suit poll. Now, if you didn't watch the press conference, you didn't see Dave's suit. I don't think he wore this the second day. It was pretty cool. I think there's audio on this. You might have to turn down so we don't get a strike, or I can talk over it. But most of you loved his suit. If you look at it, it's got Bare Knuckle on the inside. Pretty cool. And then you come over here, and the pinstripes are BKFC. Look at it. What's it? 92% of you liked it. Only 8% said to keep it on the hanger. It's not a sports coat. It's a sports goat. I dig it, man. There it is. Soscia's big poll of the week. Thank you for participating. You can do that at the Bare Knuckle Show on Instagram. We'll keep the polls coming. And then we got you guys never get to see this. This is really cool. We're in a bullfighting bullfighting ring, whatever they call it, in Marbella. It was an awesome experience. Place is packed, sold out. So when I was in the middle of the ring, I kind of took this video because I wanted to show you what it looks like if you're in a Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship squared circle. Here's what it looks like. Look at this crowd. Ew.
This is amazing.
Blood on the ring canvas. I love it. These are my people. That was amazing. I don't know if they all even understood what I was saying, but they came along with it, and it was a beautiful thing. It was beautiful violence. You saw it. It's only going to get better from here. Let's now jump back. We're all over the place. This came in from Ambidextrous. He was at Olympia, And he wanted to send some photos. And Soscia at the Olympia, it says. I wasn't there. I was in Spain. I don't know where you got me. What's going on? Oh, first of all, why do I look like a midget? Am I allowed to say midget anymore?
I don't know.
I guess that printout must not have been sized correctly, or maybe it's just the fat guys next to me. I'm getting kisses at Deadpool.
Yeah, look at him feeling you up. Right
I
there.
know, bro. I got to tell you something. I didn't. What is her name and who is that? I don't know who the guy is with her, but do you think they're real? Are they prosthetic Snap-ons? They can't be, even if they're fake. Hey, poll chat poll. Are they real or are they Snap-on boobs or something? I don't know what they are. There I am with Spider-Man. He's giving me bunny ears.
You were in 2 places at once.
I guess so. And that's what is her name? Was it? I had it written down. There it is. Me with bodybuilder Emily Hammond. Emily Hammond, who would beat the living bejesus out of me, but there I am. She's holding my head down. I didn't know there was going to be a cutout of me. That's a funny joke, whoever did that. Thank you for that. They had all kinds of cutouts there, but I look like I'm about 2 feet tall. Next time, size appropriate, right? Wow. Olympia, good time, as we heard from Taylor. Chris Lights Out Loud coming on in just a moment. Before we do, Noah's weighing on the breast poll. He's saying that they are real, he says, Noah. Okay. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not a woman, though. Like, she's a lunch lady in Jersey, and they're real, little Ben says. That if you're being serious, that freaks me out. Can you imagine her as a lunch lady? and I got to wonder, as a woman, if you have breasts that big, that can't be comfortable. It's got to hurt your back, right? I mean, do you find that sexy? Honestly, Brent, do you find those breasts sexy?
Let's move on.
You do, don't you? You do. You don't. Be honest. It's an honest question.
No.
I don't either.
I'm not one for fake. It's just all natural.
My thing is there any man out there, I can't, or woman, anybody, does somebody...
What are we talking
I want to know. I'm going down a rabbit hole.
What are we doing?
Does anybody... Put that picture back up. Does anybody find that attractive? I can't figure... Is that just like for a gimmick so people will...
Dude, that's ridiculous.
Is that attractive to anybody?
It's comedic. I'm sorry.
Is there like a body issue?
I'm probably gonna get like death threats now.
Why? I mean, I'm not making fun of it. Is it like a form of body, what's it called, dysphoria, where you have to kind of make, you think that looks good? It's not my cup of tea. Let us know in the chat. Are you into that?
Yes, dude. Yes.
It says Sloppy Joe's extra sloppy for you. That's just somebody wrote because she's apparently a lunch lady. All right, let us know in the chat if you think that's good looking. It's not my thing. Might be somebody's. But then again, a man, I don't want my wife's married to a man that looks like this. Where am I at? Up there. Where? I couldn't do the weather on TV. Right there. A flamenco dancer, which I thought was a flamingo dancer because I'm dumb until yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that in an email. It said flamingo, and then I looked at it. I'm like, flamingo?
Is that what I wrote?
Like, what? Yeah, someone said flamingo.
Probably me.
And I was like,
no, my wife's like, they're flamenco dancers, you moron. I'm like, oh, sorry, Gina. Anyway.
Yeah, no chicken Marcel for you.
No. Oh, all right, you got Lido coming on. Is he in the? Is he standing by?
Nah, he's scheduled for 12:40. We got a minute.
All right. Well, then you want to move on to let's move on to BKFC.com. Can we do that real quick?
Yeah, we'll bang that out.
BKFC.com. We like to check the articles on there. A guy that, it's no secret, we're a fan of on the show. He brings intensity to the weigh-in show. He brings intensity to the fights. Love watching him. Happy to see him back. Chancey Wilson, Superfly, coming back to the Squared Circle. I believe it's in Denver coming up. He said he's going to lay this dude out. He didn't even know the dude's name, his opponent. He's going to lay him out. He said, I don't think he has the size, the mental strength, or the technical ability to beat him. It's very possible I'll have the belt in 2025, he told us. When I win this one, I'd like to fight for the belt or at least be a number one contender fight. I'm coming for that belt for sure. And you know what? When Chancey talks, he's not just saying that. Chancey's not just saying that. Like, he really, truly believes that. That's not him trying to mentally mess with somebody. And I can't wait to see what he does. Denver's going to be a great show. We'll talk to Lido a little bit about Denver as well coming up in a couple minutes. Let's look at some, I guess we have time to look at the exclusive stuff. That's about that one, the slow-mo is about a minute and a half, though. You want to wait on that? You can embarrass me if you want, or we could.
I'm trying to think. It looks like we got Chris joining.
Oh, he's here? Okay, sweet.
Yeah,
then we'll go to Chris.
Hang on a second. I'm bringing him in.
Sweet. The chat's having a good time. Let's see. It's not for everyone. Talking about the lady that we just saw from Olympia with the ginormous breasts.
Everyone's got their thing, man.
That's what I said. I'm not ripping on her. I'm just saying it's not for me. So that means Ben must like it. It's not for everyone. She's a New Jersey school lunch lady. They're being serious.
What school in New Jersey?
I don't know. Davrin, New Jersey? D-A-V?
Yeah, all right, that's far from me.
I don't even know where. You go to get lunch. Some more sloppy joes.
Well, we got
do we have them ready?
The man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, the icon's here?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I can't wait to talk to the walking fight of the night. Chris Lights Out Lytle, there he is, one of our favorite announcers. Chris, I thought I had notes to talk to you about. I don't, but it's fine because there's not any notes needed. What a show in Marbella, man. Are you recovered? Because I'm sure as hell not.
Of course, but Brian, real quick, man, Killer B buzzed away. You're better than that. Come on, man. Step it up. You're better than that.
I don't know.
You really did tell her to buzz off.
I said buzz off. I did. She knows. I thought she knows I was joking. I thought it was funny. I don't know. It wasn't. To me, it was funny. Look, I'm at the point with no sleep where I need to entertain myself and laugh. So I'm sorry that I'm not being. Chris is always a pro.
What, I went to the gym yesterday to train. I was not on point. It wasn't a good day. The travel is real. It's tough. I'm feeling great today. I'm ready to go. I can't wait. I'm so excited after this past week. I mean, finally, I think the world is starting to figure out what I figured out a long time ago, what this is about.
Yeah,
the true fighters, hardcore people are really starting to turn their head. Do you see what Hooker said, Dan Hooker, about how we're the most entertaining thing out there? I guarantee, I already talked to him. I said, you're fighting for us next. And he laughed. He said, oh, I'd love to. So real fighters, hardcore, Connor gets it. They want to be part of what this is because this is the realest, baddest thing in the world, and it's the most entertaining. Who doesn't like what we got going on?
I'm glad people are saying that publicly a little more now. Like we played the Hooker thing earlier. If you missed it, it's at Bare Knuckle FC on Instagram. Wow, my mind's not working. At Bare Knuckle FC, you can watch the video, what he said. But you're hearing that more and more. And I would hear that a lot when you're talking to people that were coming over from UFC, like off mic, just privately talking. You're like, Austin Trout off mic. And he has said it publicly too. Like, this is where he needs to be because you want to be the baddest dude in the planet. Literally, you come here. And more guys are seeing that and get interested, and I'm excited about it. And then let's see. They're going crazy in the chat for you, Chris, as they always do. You're a pro. You're always on time. They like that about you.
Well, Brian, let me tell you, like what we were just talking about, that's how I got involved with bare knuckle. I'd been retired from the UFC for 7 years. I saw this. I said, I have to do a fight. Did one over in England, and then you guys got a hold of me. Nate Shook got a hold of me. They hadn't even had BKFC won yet, and I was like, I'm in. I love this stuff. I have to be part of this because it gave me that feeling that I got back in 1998 when I started fighting. You could headbutt, you could do whatever. There was no weight classes. I love it. Something raw, real. That's gone with MMA now. This is where it's at. This is the best place in the world for it. And if that's the kind of person you are, which unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know, I am, you have to be part of what we're doing.
That's right. And we had a big event, like we said, in Marbella. Everyone was excited about it. What a night of fights. But let's not even just talk about the night of fights. That's a big part of it. That's the main part of it. But if you're talking from the beginning of this trip we got there, man, I'll tell you, you're used to this because you've been, at a different company, high level stuff. And I walk into restaurants with you and people were buying us drinks. That's why I like to go out to eat. I always eat for free. People are always buying you dinner.
I thought it was my company. It's a free food.
Well, that's second. Your company's second. Let's not get crazy. Got to save some money on the road. But my point is, we feel that little by little growing in America. But now we go over to Spain and Marbella. I'm getting off the plane in the airport. People are stopped. Yo, the Bare Knuckle Show. I was like, oh my God, they know who we are. It's like shocking still. And then you're on the streets, and I don't think we have videos. I don't know if I even sent it to you, but we took over Spain. We were on all the telephone poles. We were billboard everywhere you looked. And you could walk down the street in a BKFC shirt, and people would stop you. And hey, where do I get tickets? Oh, I'm excited. People were asking me to get pictures at McDonald's. Yes, I did eat at McDonald's in Spain. It was very good too. But it's better because they have that crap that we put in the American food. They told me that. They're like, it's illegal to put that crap in this food. Their food's way better. So people were stopping us everywhere we go. That's what I'm trying to say. People were primed and ready for the event, the press conference. I mean, there was probably 100 media members there. I mean, alongside probably another 100 fans at least. And you had said, this is it. Like, this is awesome. Then the weigh-in show. I mean, just talk about that. What a spectacle the whole week was. It wasn't just the fight.
I mean, that's the way this sport is growing. The first time I fought in the UFC, it was a same-day weigh-in in a little room. There was no media. And look what that's blown into. I can see the steps being taken. This is how things are going to turn into eventually. Hopefully it starts from – it keeps going right now. That's all I kept saying when I was there. It's like, this is how things are going to be. This is how it should be. I mean, it was a star-studded event. You just look around the front row at the fights. Everybody's – dressed nice as can be. It looked like a Vegas event. It was crazy. Amazing. This is just press conference. packed. Weigh-ins, packed. Everybody fired up. I mean, look, walking around the city, there's banners up everywhere. Every like light pole had a banner on it. It was like, what has happened here? I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it was cool. And you know, the whole thing going into it, Connor showing up there, everything like had its place, and it worked out. Dave said it, I think, in a social media post. I'd said it too. It was like a movie. I mean, let's kind of look at the actual card. You walk in. By the way, I want to tell this quick story. I just thought about it. They do siestas in Spain. In case you didn't know that, it's from 3 to 5, I believe. They take a break, everyone goes home, and they sleep, which I love that. I wish I could do that here. That was my favorite part of the culture. I didn't even get to partake in it, but it was awesome. So I couldn't do a mic check because we had an open air arena. They wouldn't let me do it. But from 3 to 5 was against the law. So I had to walk up to Marbella Arena, Houston too, both of us. We're up there, and we're doing mic checks at like 2:30, and then we're leaving, going back, and then coming back and everybody was walking home. It was crazy. Like the ants were marching home, like in lines. It was nuts. I just love the culture there. It's a lot different, but that's the little things you don't see on the screen, which you don't need to know about unless we tell you. I just think it's interesting. But as far as what you saw on screen, oh my God, Lido, what a night of fights. And Connor gets there, Connor opens the show, and then from there, it's just go, go, go. It was amazing.
Man, Brian, the weird thing is you can only do what you can do on paper. Like we put a great fight on paper in our big fight in LA. And to be honest with you, it fell short. Like the last 4 or 5 people were getting hurt. There was people hurt their shoulder, people hurt dislocated elbows. You can't control how the fight plays out. All you can do is put a great fight on paper. This one was great on paper, but it was even better when it actually happened. And that we got very fortunate that. I mean, it was our first fight on DAZN, but man, those fights were amazing. I mean, so many great fights, all 3 title fights. A lot of times you're gonna have one title fight. People are afraid to lose. They put on boring fights. Not everybody came to bang. It was unbelievable. I mean, we had right here. I mean, this one, I mean, I'm not kidding. I brought it up. I said, this looks like Rocky 2. I mean, both guys were just dead to the world, but continued to have heart and just kept throwing, trying to hurt each other. I mean, not much was on the punches because they'd already beat the crap out of each other the entire time. This is everything you like in fighting. Both guys getting knocked down. I think we had 3 fights on the card where somebody got knocked down, got up off the canvas to come back and win. Some special talent there that you can tell that Dan Chapman, that dude's probably going to be the champion at some point. Yeah. He looked phenomenal.
Hannah Rankin's debut? How about Hannah Rankin's debut, too?
Rankin's debut, I mean, and that just goes, she was not an easy fight. That fight could have went either way. World champion of boxing, doesn't matter. This was a boxing, and I think she learned a lot from that fight. She'll be a lot better next fight. But man, that was a banger, back and forth. We had so many just very evenly matched up fights. But yeah, that was amazing.
I'll say the thing about boxing, though, we were saying about Hannah Rankin, I find that, and we talk about it, me and you, I feel like every week ad nauseum, but I'm going to say it again for the newer people, that like Trout figured it out, and he's a boxer, right? A lot of boxers don't come and figure it out, or they take a fight or 2 sometimes to figure it out. I think that was Hannah dipping her toe in, or maybe actually jumping the pool like cannonballing, because it's bare knuckle. You can't dip your toe in, but it was almost learning on the job. And I'm actually more excited to see what she does next now, because now she's got the miles under her belt, and that's really important for a boxer or anybody.
I went and talked with the coaches afterwards. I was talking with her and just said, hey, it usually takes a fighter between 1 to 3 to 4 rounds to figure out this sport. Now you get in there. Now when you train, you can think different. You can't block like this anymore. You have to use head movement. There is no big glove to gather away, to block those punches. You have to use head movement, and footwork and different things. I became a much better boxer after I had my first bare knuckle fight. I've been still doing that for the past 7 years, just training bare knuckle. So I feel like I'm much better than I was at not getting hit. And that's what this is about. Hit and don't get hit.
100%. And, I don't want to short anybody, but we're just kind of go through the show quickly. You're spotlighting the top 3 title fights. They were all great. Co-main was amazing. Chapman, we're looking forward to see what he does next. I'm going in reverse. Sorry, I'm all over. I'm tired. But then the co-main event, I mean, Trout. This guy, what a fight. I keep saying the same thing. I can't wait to see what Trout does next. And props to Rico, too, Rico Franco, because, I mean, he's stuck up there with him. It was a fun fight to watch.
You know what I loved about that fight was in the 4th round, Rico got knocked down. He's like, okay, there's no way I win a decision. I got to come forward and put this guy out. So he started walking forward, didn't care, and just tried to fight Trout. And then going into the last round, I was like, okay, Trout's up. he can't lose a decision no matter what, unless he gets knocked down 6 times. It's not going to happen. So he can't lose. Is he going to try and outpoint him? Is he going to try and just run and play safe? Or is he going to sit there and bang it out? And he banged it out. That meant a lot to me. That showed me that this dude's here to fight. He's not going to take the easy route out. He's here to entertain the crowd, and he put on a show. That last round was absolutely incredible. Those guys went to war. It was fun.
Yeah, you had that, and then you're looking and you see that you have this great fight. And from a company standpoint, I'm not thinking like a fan. I'm thinking like a fan when I'm watching the fight. But then I'm like, oh, that looks really good. It's our debut in Spain on DAZN. All right, great co-main event, and the main event has this potential to be an amazing main event. I hope it. And man, I don't think I could have written that any better. Like, I know you make fun of my pro wrestling, but if this was pro wrestling, I couldn't have written that main event and the co-main any better. And it's funny because you brought up the Rocky II reference. I was sitting next to Dave Feldman, and I was talking to some other people too, and I kept saying that to him. I didn't even hear you saying that on commentary. I'm like, this is like a real life Rocky II. This is
Really?
Philly. And then I actually said it to you, I think, after the fight, and you told me you said it on commentary, and I was like, that was the perfect thing, because it really felt like that. And the crowd, I don't know if you could hear it on I think you probably could on the broadcast, but they were chanting for Franco. It was like, I felt it was like a World Cup game or something. They're just chanting. It was so cool. It was such a great atmosphere. And I also want to touch on another thing. You talked about these elite people, all these people that came. They were dressed really nice, like a Vegas. I think they were dressed way better than even Vegas. They had just, Spain's a different culture. They had did you see the woman that had the old school, like the fan that was made of like feathers? She was out there in the crowd fanning herself. And then I will say too, I mean, the scantily clad, is that the word? Like they just have a different sexuality or style or something over there. They don't care. They put it out there and they look elegant in doing it. So I feel like they had like a VIP out front, like a step. It felt like I was going to a Hollywood movie premiere. It was insane. And everybody was engaged.
I love the atmosphere that was there. I hope we have a lot more fights in Europe, if that's what it's going to be like. My God, that was amazing. I love the feel, the vibe, the atmosphere, and then the fights delivered. I mean, like I said, you never know how the fights are going to deliver, but I had a pretty good feeling. Those people come to fight. We had Lubo there helping out and helping matchmake, and we get those fights. Those guys who were from that region over there in Turkey and any of those.
Oh, they love to fight.
Dagestan,
the Balkan region, right?
Those people come to fight.
Isn't that the Balkan region? My friend Mike told me about how they love fighting over there. So I'm excited to see what comes next over there. And I'll tell you something else. Even the show quality, if you didn't watch it, what are you doing? Get the DAZN subscription. We have a deal. I think it's $12.99 a month. You got to watch this, man. It's not, we're talking about it, but you got to watch this show. Even like the production, as far as we had the fireworks like coming up, you know what I mean? We had all the lights going. If you look at it on social media, I mean, that looked like, I know I'm bringing up wrestling again, Chris, but that looked like a WrestleMania event. I'm serious. All the production, look at that. It's beautiful. We're looking at it right now. They had drones flying around filming stuff. The drones almost took me out I think they do that on purpose every time they fly drones.
They do.
I mean, look at this. This is absolutely amazing. I feel like every fighter, even if you weren't on the card, in the company should be proud. I really do. And I love Tony's fight. I love his entrance. I love Franco Tenegli's entrance was awesome. He came out to the Rocky IV in the Burning Heart. I was singing it at ringside. I was pumped. But look at this. I mean, this fight was just amazing. It was an amazing atmosphere. It delivered on every which way. So
man, it was crazy. I remember when I did my last stand-up when me and Sean are up and we're getting ready to talk about what's going on, and I just look around. I was like, dude, this is unbelievably cool, man. I mean, I felt like that was one of our best performances as an organization ever. And then, that might have been one of the best fights ever, the last fight. So it was just everything came together perfectly, and I was very excited for it.
It kind of gave me that England feeling with where it felt like it was a movie. Like it was like somebody, a higher power, kind of orchestrated this to give us, because we've all worked so hard. And that's what I was starting to say. Whether you're a fighter, even if you were on the card or not, whether you're on production, I don't care if you're back. What do they call them? A cable grip? Is that the proper terminology, Brandon? A grip? I don't know. He's not paying attention. But
I'm paying attention.
Oh, you are. Is that
Wrangler?
Wrangler, whatever. Is that
utility?
Whatever they are. My point is, I don't know what they're called, but much respect to them. They're wonderful. You don't see a lot of these people, but I feel like the whole team, from the suits in the office and everybody on down, even including me, we should be very proud of what happened in Spain, because if you're part of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, it was definitely a level up, and I can't wait to see what happens from here. And I'm really excited, because we're going to Denver next, and Denver's always a good town for us. And with Camozzi DP on top, man, that's going to be a war. What do you think about that? What's your take on that?
I love that fight. I mean, DP was a guy who to me came out right from the beginning. I think we started his pro career, I believe, and or just bare knuckle in general, and he just continues to get better. And his last few fights, he's looking like he's top of the food chain. But he's going against Camozzi. He's fought for the title. He's been at a high level for so long. That's going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to seeing that one. The whole card is always going to be amazing. And Denver has so many good fighters and so many good gyms, and I don't think people realize the level of talent that is in Denver. So we're always going to get good fights there. Yeah,
that Figueroa kid's going to be on the card. Like, he seems like who? He's got. Oh, you said Woo or who?
Woo.
No, yeah, Woo's right. Woo,
legit, man. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, and I like looking at a young guy like that because it just is his upside as far as we can see him develop, and it's pretty cool. And I was also talking. I'm jumping all around, but in Spain, I was talking to some kids that stopped me on the street that wanted a picture. I was very honored. And we got talking about the product, and I said, the cool thing about this is that we've been to England, we've been to Bulgaria, we've been to Canada, we've been all these places, we've been all over the U.S. Now we debut in Spain. And the cool thing about Spain is with these Spanish fighters, you're going to see, from UFC days, as it was young, we've talked about this, you're going to see different styles developing. Now Spain's going to learn some stuff maybe we haven't learned yet, and then we're going to take it from that, and it's just going to be, we're going to watch this sport develop. And where else can you have that? How cool is that to see? It's awesome.
Well, like you said, I remember when we had fights in Thailand, they fight different. The people in England fight different, Bulgaria. So everywhere you go, I mean, I'm just looking forward. We're going to go to Australia soon. We're going to go somewhere in South America. Everything is going to be a little bit different, and it's all going to combine to form one just excellent style of fighting. Everybody's going to kind of be on the same page eventually, but it's not there yet. We're still developing. We're still growing. That's what's fun about this sport.
I agree 100% with you. Last question before I let you go. Chris Lights Out Lido, they want to know in the chat, and I was thinking about asking this too, so I'm going to ask you. What type of Spanish do you speak, and what kind of Spanish, if any, did you learn when you were in Spain?
Oh, I speak, it's called Indiana Spanish. It's not real good. It's like, they call it Gringo Spanish. I mean, I speak un poquito, a little bit, and I can kind of follow some things, but not, I mean, I can get by a little bit, but it's not good at all. So I'm just happy if I'm listening to somebody, if I pick out a word or two, I'm like, I can kind of follow what's going on. But then sometimes I'll pick out a word. I'm like, I know, I've heard that word. I don't know I can't remember what it means though. So I'm very limited in my Spanish, but
all right, listen, I'm going to help you. The only Spanish that Chris Lido would need is cerveza. You know what that means? And baños after cervezas. That's all you need, and you'll be fine.
Hey, luckily, you can always find the bathroom. There's signs, so I just need the cerveza. We're good.
You need cerveza. All right, I know we're going to let you out here, but I just thought of something because we didn't do it at the top of the show. Can I show him a video on here? Can I do that while he's on or no?
Let's see it.
I don't know if I can. I'm asking Brandon.
What is it?
Remember at the top of the show, the things I sent right before the show of the airplane thing that I showed that I had, and also the thing that I loved. I want to see if, I'll tell you, just follow along here. I want to see if Chris Lido, in your hotel room, the hotel rooms are very nice.
Oh, yeah.
They were very, very nice. My favorite part of he keeps laughing at me, I don't understand. My favorite part of the hotel room, and I actually videoed this, I've never seen anything like it. As you're sitting on the toilet doing your business, they actually have like it's lower than eye level, but it's like a sink so you can have a drink and wash your face. Let's show the video. So it's so nice. There's that. And you turn, look, I got my glass right here. So I would have drinks in the morning as I was just keep hydrated and wash my face and stuff as I was doing my business. I mean,
I'm not sure if you're using that right, but I don't know.
It tastes.
I'd avoid drinking out of that if I were you. That's just me. You do you, baby.
It's too late. He already did it.
Oh shit! Literally.
That's on you, buddy. You enjoy that.
Did you use the bidet at all, Chris?
Oh no.
Bidets are amazing. I own one. Do you own a bidet? You guys are missing out. I have one at my house. They're incredible.
That's odd, but good
I have one. Evan has one. Vespi has one. You're missing out, bro. On a nice hot day.
Hey, that's one of those clubs I don't want to be in. You guys do your thing. You guys can talk about it.
Hey,
each other, whatever
Chris
you
is
do,
old fashioned.
If COVID ever happens again, you'll be worried about toilet paper. I won't. And I'll tell you something else. Chris. I started to say it. You can judge me all you want. On a nice hot summer day, and you got to go, I'll tell you what. Ooh, a little zing to it. It's good stuff. Get a bidet. I'm going to send you one for Christmas.
Please do. Please do.
And then the other thing I wanted to show him was Chris Lido and I was so upset because we were talking. We both we're like, oh, he's connecting in Philly, and we can hang out. We'll have the whole flight together. And Chris and I'd like to have fun on the flights, have a couple drinks. International flight, we probably would have gotten kicked off. But, but I did not get to fly home with you. You were on another flight. I was actually on with our buddy Broken Brandon. And, this guy, he could be doing so much work on the plane, and all he does is... Is that me? Yeah, that is me. I'm so tired there. Yeah. I didn't know you took a picture of me.
Couple rows behind me.
Well, it's funny because I got a picture.
You didn't know? You're looking right at me.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know what you were doing. I was so out of it, dude. I didn't go to sleep after the fights. I was up for like 25 hours or something.
Yeah. Well,
I have a picture of you too. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me hit this. Go ahead. Put the picture. Here we go. Oh, it's sideways.
Oh, look at that.
And then
That's so cute.
He's passed out, and I took a picture with him, and then some jerk off. And I'm going to bring this. I know you're tired of hearing about this, Brandon. He thinks I'm crazy. Some jerk off. We landed in Philly, and he goes, we're talking, this clown's trying to get me to watch some movie called Dune that I saw in the 80s, and it sucked, and I have no interest in seeing it again.
Not the 80s one, the 2021. Forget about it.
Did you see it? Is it worth it?
I haven't seen it.
You're not going to watch it either, are you?
No.
Exactly.
Too long.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Anyway, maybe I tried to watch it. So he was all excited, and I said, we landed. I said, Brandon, I tried to watch Dune. I saw Almost Famous for the first time. Make fun of me. It was a great movie. Go see it.
I've seen it. A good movie.
Great movie. But I always wanted to see that. But I started to put on Dune for Brandon because he's been talking about it. His recommendations are usually pretty good. So we land, and I go, Brandon, he's 2 seats in front of me. I go, I didn't get to watch Dune. I tried to. And this guy who I don't know this idiot. He just goes, just so you know, he took a video or a picture or something when you were sleeping. And I look at the guy, I'm thinking Brandon knows him. And I'm like, excuse me? He's like, yeah, you did. And this was like 4 hours ago on the flight. And I look at the guy and I'm like, who are you? And I'm like, and I said, you're a jerk off. I probably shouldn't have done that in the plane.
I don't know why you were so offended by this. Like,
who is he?
He was just being cut. He was just like probably trying to be in on the joke. Like, haha, he took a picture.
No, he wasn't. He was a Karen. What do they call the female?
Why are you so?
He was a Ken. Is that what they call him? I don't know. He's a Chris Lytle. Definitely not Chris Lytle. He's cool.
I don't know. I forget what the male.
Why did this guy?
I think they just call it male Karen. I don't know
what he is. He's an idiot. Why did this guy have to get involved in my joke? Because then he wasn't supposed to know about it for the show.
I would have known about it anyway. I got to put it in.
I played it. You didn't even play it. I put it in.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Dope. Anyway.
She said, mind your business, son. Get out of here.
I just called him a jerk off. And I walked.
And then at baggage claim, we see Soscia sees him, and he's like, I'm going to go and confront him on camera. He took his phone out. He's like walking up about to go confront this guy. Then he chickened out though.
Oh no! You're like, don't do it. I'm like, all right, we are.
No, I wasn't saying that.
You're such a liar.
I was like, I can't believe this guy's actually going to go do this.
I have to remember we're in an airport sometimes. It's not smart to act stupid in airports. I don't want to do that. But anyway.
Join the no-fly list.
Yeah, right. Well, then I don't have. Well, I mean, I miss coming to the shows, but then I could stay home and sleep. It'd be great. I don't like to my siesta at home. All right, this is going off the rails. We're all really tired because of me. Chris Lights Out Lytle, you're the man. It's always good to see you. I'll see you in Denver, my friend. If not next week on the show.
Sounds good. Can't wait.
Buddy. Thanks for coming on, man. Lights out. Woo! See how I did that? I got buzz off for Killer B, and lights out for Lytle. That worked. All right.
You're a genius.
Little Ben said, shut up. I should have smacked him and ran. All right, we're running short on time. We got a couple more things to get to. I said today's show was going to be quick.
Yeah, what the heck?
It's like the longest ones we've ever done.
We're normally done by one.
Sorry. Yeah, what are you going to do? The people are having fun. I'm having fun. Okay,
to the business end of our card.
He thought you were going to traffic Brandon. That's what somebody wrote in the text. The guy at the airport in the chat.
How much do you think I'd be worth?
In the chat, how much would Brandon be worth? It's not funny to joke about
trafficking. Not that much. Yeah, it isn't actually.
They'd probably have to pay them.
It's a serious
it is. I'm not kidding.
problem going on.
It really is. But I will say, though, if I tried to sell you off, I'd have to pay them to take you, I think. Anyway.
Be like, he breaks everything. He doesn't shut up. He doesn't follow the show format.
No, you're doing great. I don't follow it. You're talking about me. All right, let's look at, we had a couple more things to get to before we get out of here. We have some announcements we're going to do, but I want to show you some behind the scenes. We promised you from. Yeah, I know.
Oh, man, we have so much.
No, we can kind of rip some. You'll just follow me.
All right, I got you.
Let's go to the slow-mo of the main event. We've been talking about the main event. I think we have to show this. It's about a minute and a half, I think. And I know that this was put together, and one of the editors, whoever did it, I'm not sure. Do you know who did this? You're not sure?
No.
Oh, you don't know? Well, whoever did it, somebody I heard talking about it, and they said that they actually had problems keeping it this short because there was so much action in it. They had almost.
Why are we doing this? I did it.
I didn't know if you wanted that.
No,
I'm trying to protect you, you jerk.
I thought you were trying to set up some joke. No,
there's no joke. I'm being serious.
Yeah, like when I was putting this together, I didn't
want to put. Let me tell you. Hold on, wait a minute. I didn't want to put the pressure on you in case you didn't want it to be out there. I didn't want fighters saying, "Whoa, you missed this punch." That's why I was trying to protect you.
It's fine
Okay.
because
Brandon does a great job.
Just know that there was so much good stuff. It was almost impossible to make it this short.
They're saying, I think I can't read this, but I think they're saying $1 euro for you.
That's $1.10 American.
That's
so
right. Yeah, all right, 10 more cents.
I'll take it.
All right,
at least it's not an American.
Oh wow, Mr. Saturn, he thinks highly of you. He's saying $100,000, and maybe in bucks, and then 69 cents from Noah. Billboard Nerds is saying free. They would pay you to take him back. All these people, wow. All right, anyway. Let's look at the slow-mo.
I can't believe these people. I'm famous.
You are famous.
Thanks, Brian.
You're famous because of your great work.
Thanks for ruining my life.
He doesn't like being known. But I want to compliment you. This is great. Let's watch this from the main event at our big debut in the zone in BKFC in Marbella, Spain. This is awesome. I don't know if we can play the music. I'll have to talk. Should I talk so we don't get strike?
Let's just enjoy it.
All right.
Oops. We're back.
He's not going to take a compliment. He hates
no,
it. Good job.
No,
man.
but I will not. Full
Great job.
credit to my fearless leader, Evan Zentar, for the song choice.
Yeah, song choice is good. I'm losing you here. I whacked out headphones. Sorry. Yeah, that was amazing. And that's just like, what was it, about a minute 30 of what people saw. And I'll tell you, though, if somebody who's listening to this and not watching it, they're going to be like, it's like a long classical music interlude. They're like, what's going on?
Hopefully we don't get a copyright strike.
That's why I was going to talk over it.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well,
Whatever.
we'll see. But yeah, I mean, that was incredible. That's just a little microcosm of the main event and how awesome it was. You want to see the whole thing? It's on DAZN. Make sure you check it out. We have a special offer. I think that's still going on, right? U.S. only?
I believe so.
I believe so. It's $12.99 a month, not the $19.99 you would normally pay. Kind of come in and check it out. We think you'll like what you see. That fight alone, that main event was worth $19.99, $12.99, whatever you pay. It was incredible. Also from that event, of course, we had that influencer fight. And, from the Mac Life, you had Oscar Willis, you had Ben Davis. Ben Davis was a little funny. He was making jokes the whole time. But he did come out there. I loved it. I don't know if you noticed this. He came out to Roman Reigns' theme. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I didn't have enough. I didn't have enough time because I had to shoot their walkouts, but I wanted to run over to you and give you a finger.
Jeff Houston, you didn't need to. Jeff Houston, if you follow wrestling, Jeff Houston turned around and looked at me and he went.
I know. I was like, do I have time to run over to Soscia, look at him, and do this really fast? But I didn't.
And then get fired.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I don't think Roman Reigns is going to be hiring you. All right, so that was cool. But let's watch the video of afterwards. Oscar put a beating on this poor guy. Put an absolute beating on this guy. Let's watch Connor with Oscar.
Serious. Boys, come on, boys. Come on. Excellent football. That's how you do it. You can speak on the game. You can speak on the game. I love you so much. High to respect. High to respect. High to respect. Thank you so much for the thanks. No, you're the man.
Ben Davis. Credit to him too. I look. I guess I'm a quasi journalist or what they call him, but I don't think I'd get in there and do that. He stepped in. that was a great. I'm more of a man than me as far as stepping in because I don't know if I could do that. All right, let's look at what. Oh, this is interesting. So we do have some content. I think I didn't see it yet, but from afterwards, we've been talking about this. Did not air on DAZN or anywhere. They had a concert. They had Dizzy Rascal. They had their rappers. They had Kodak Black. They had Exhibit. Exhibit, by the way, I saw him at the press conference. We were kind of chatting, and he was blown away by just the press conference, the weigh-in show. And then I talked to him right before he went out on stage, and he was blown away by just the fight because he was watching it. And then as we got talking, he's like, oh, after you intro me, kind of stay up there. And I'm like, I'm going to be so out of place. So I don't know. I don't know. Do you have the video of me? Go, white boy. That's Brandon filming that. One of Connor's security guards almost knocked him off the apron when he went to get the footage. That's good, though. We want security guards like that.
Yeah, we need that.
And then that was funny because Exhibit told me the day before, he's like, you got so much energy. Me and you, we're going to blow the roof off Marbella Arena tomorrow night. I said, Exhibit, Mr. Exhibit, there is no roof on Marbella Arena. He's like, then we're going to make him hear us in the heavens. I'm like, okay, let's do it. So it was a fun night. Everyone had a great time. I'll try to get more content for you next week. But everybody, they were dancing. Britton Hart was in the ring dancing. Everybody's in the ring having a good time. Connor's dancing around. And the fans seemed to have a really good time, too. And we just really enjoyed it. Let's get ready to get out of here in a minute. We have our announcements we have to get to. Let's do that. Let's get to our announcements. I think that's pretty smart to do. I guess we should run through the upcoming schedule, and we'll kind of go through that way. Let's run through the upcoming schedule. We'll kind of unleash the announcements, some of which you may already know, in a couple minutes, okay? Let's just look at what we have coming up here.
Sure. Obviously.
There you go. We know that, Denver. We're very excited about that. Make sure you get your tickets at bkfc.com if you're anywhere in the area because that's going to be a banger. Great card. You can see it at bkfc.com, October 25th in Denver, Denver Coliseum. Make sure you're in it, man. That's on the bkfc.com. The app. You can get that on bkfc.com. That will be on the Bare Knuckle app, the BKFC app. Then here you go. I mean, this is the dark show we've been calling it. It's one that's not going to be anywhere unless you're by Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. If you're anywhere near there, you can get your tickets at bkfc.com, October 26th. Make sure you're there for the BKFC Prospect Series. I've told you it's not going to be on the app. It won't be on TV. We are going to capture it. We'll try to put some stuff on there, but I just want to let you know, again, you have to buy tickets, live event only, bkfc.com to get those tickets. And it's great because, like I said last week, we probably wouldn't have made it back to see you in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina this year if we didn't do this show. So we wanted to get back to see you. It's going to be a fun show. Make sure you're tuned in for that too, or not tuned in. Make sure they're live, bkfc.com. Then November 2nd, we're back in the UK in Newcastle with a great card there. That's going to be a good time too. bkfc.com. You can grab the app. I believe that one's going to be on the app as well. bkfc.com. Great show. The birthplace of Bare Knuckle. Can't wait to get back there. I was talking to Mark from the UK. He's excited about it, and I'm excited about it the more I hear about it. So make sure you're tuned in. A lot of stuff coming up. And then after that, we move to November 5th. And this is the big announcement. November 5th, we finally have the main event. You've guessed. You didn't know what it was going to be. Well, now we know. It's for a world title. It's Kai Stewart taking on Jimmy El Terra Rivera. Finally announced. That's going down November 9th. You can be there, bkfc.com. Grab those tickets, and you can watch it. Make sure you're tuned in for that as well. I'm excited to see Kai Stewart fight again. The guy's got so much grit. Jimmy Rivera, we saw that teased, I believe, in Hollywood, Florida. Kai says he's been in training. He's been ready. Jimmy's always ready as well. Jimmy, a high-level competition. A lot of people have been doubting Kai Stewart. A lot of people doubting Kai Stewart over the years. And every time he proves us wrong. And I think people are starting to get on the Kai train here and see what he has. So him versus Jimmy, I can't wait. Again, that's going to be coming up in Billings, Montana. Make sure you're checking that out.
Correction, I think you were saying November 5th. Is
that what I said?
It's November 9th.
I think I said 5th, then I said 9th. Yeah, I corrected. Thank you for reiterating that, though. I believe I did say 5th, but that's November 9th. If I got there on the 5th, I'd get to Billings, Montana early. I'd be happy.
You haven't been to Billings
No,
yet.
I can't wait to get
there. Back when we've been to Montana a few times, but
we've
only been to Billings once.
The first time.
Yeah, the first time.
And I heard it was awesome.
Yeah, and
it's different than Great Falls, huh?
Yeah, definitely. It's a nice city. It's cool. And you'll love the radio station thing.
Yeah, I hear there's radio stations right above the hotel. That's awesome. All right, let's see. Look, Tony Soto saying rematch in Philadelphia on American soil. He's calling for it. He's in the chat calling for it. I would watch that fight 7 days a week, twice on Sunday.
I watched it.
It's a great fight.
Like 3 times already.
And it's not old. Like every time you find something
I
new.
know. And I'm like showing everybody I know. I'm like, look at this shit. This is insane.
And I'll tell you, since I know that Tony's on here and watching now, I want to say, Tony, man, no shame, bro. I know you wanted to go in there and win, but thank you for that fight. It was awesome. I think the fans will echo that. Nobody has any right to think any less of you.
I don't think there's
no loser in that fight.
Or there is no loser in that fight.
I said it to Scott.
Someone won, but no one lost.
100%. I said that to my wife because she watches, and I said to Scott, Tony's manager, I saw him at the airport. I said, this is one of those fights that I love because you even win in losing. Like your profile goes up. Of course, you want to win the title. I know that, but if you had to lose, this is the way to do it, man. With style. This was probably, I would say, one of the greatest fights ever in BKFC history, if not the best. It was awesome, every level.
Fight of the year candidate for sure.
Fight of the last couple of years. It was incredible. Soto won my heart. Somebody's saying here in the chat. 6th round needed. That's the thing. I saw Luis Palomino talking about it. He thought he might have thought it was a draw. I saw him in the comments talking. Some other people said, why wasn't there a 6th round? I don't know. I watched that fight. I'm never good at scoring. I never claimed to be, but it was very close. And I mean, I wouldn't have argued a 6th round. I wouldn't argue 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th round. I mean, I'm sorry to say, I know you guys were just going at it, but it was awesome. Thank you for the fight. Both Warriors, we appreciate it. I know Brandon echoes that as well. The fans definitely won. They were the big winners in all this. Let's continue on with our other announcement. I think we have some more upcoming dates here, right? Or I don't know where we're at. Here it is, the new event announcement. It was a soft announcement a couple weeks ago, but the new event announcement, we're going to be in LA for a Fight Night. Fight Night LA taking place November 23rd. Fight Night LA, November 23rd. BKFC.com for all the updates on that. I'm going to say it again because if you're half listening, you need to know this. If you're in the LA area, BKFC Fight Night LA, November 23rd. Last time our debut in LA, it sold boom, 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 boom. So this is a fight night. This is going to sell even quicker. Go keep updated at BKFC.com. I don't even know if they even put the event up yet. That's how much of a breaking news thing this is. But keep checking back for tickets and everything else you need to know about it.
I believe there was an announcement on the DAZN broadcast, like you said, a soft announcement, but nothing from us officially yet.
Well, now it's official. Both of them were kind of announced soft. They were the worst kept secrets in bare knuckle fighting. But we work for the company, even if I know that, and I can't announce it until they tell me we're ready to. So I have to keep my job. Anyway, let's see. I think that's. I
think we hit it all. What we could get to. There's so much stuff from Marbella and so much stuff coming up. It's impossible,
bro.
We have too short of a show.
We got to go. When I go long, you yell at me.
Yeah, because I mean, you yell at yourself. You're like, I got to get out of here.
What? I said don't blow. You're full. I mean, so I live here essentially. But like, I think we're so out of it and tired. I hope the show made sense today. I hope you felt the excitement that we have, because I can tell you this: the whole staff is exhausted. But it's almost like we don't care. It's like a battle scar we have. It was so fulfilling, that event. Thank you, Marbella, Spain. Thank you to the fans that watched. Thank you to DAZN for our big debut. I could thank everybody, but that's the end of the show. You guys are wonderful. And just thanks for supporting us, because we're going to make this thing get bigger and bigger. You're watching it grow. So now I don't even want to get drunk today. I'm so tired. I got too drunk on the plane. There you go. Forged Irish Stout. Connor was cracking them back. We saw that. We love getting bucked up. We love knuckling up. And I'm going to love sleeping at some point. I don't know when. How about you? You going to sleep soon? He's done.
I got too much stuff to do.
No rest for the wicked. All right, man. We'll see you next week right before Denver. I'll have more content on Denver. Thank you so much. Have a great week, man. We crushed it in Spain! Woo!
Friday, October 25th, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, makes history yet again when 2 heavy-handed titans collide. It's Chris Camozzi versus Sawyer DP in an all-out war for the vacant Cruiserweight Championship of the world. In the co-main event, Brandon Gertz knuckles up with Cameron Jumpman Van Camp, plus 10 other vicious bare knuckle fights. No gloves, pure adrenaline. Watch history unfold live. Download the BKFC app now at BKFC.com.